Now, David, I know you're a big watch man.
I am.
It's fab, isn't it? Isn't it?
It is absolutely wonderful.
I know, I love it.
I mean, it just keep your Rolexes, keep your Omegas, your Breitlings. That is fabulous.
Yeah, you know, it's one of those watches. Those that know. You can have a Rolex Daytona, fine, but you have an IWC 18 karat gold Da Vinci, and someone who understands watches sees that, you're very special.
It just screams class.
Doesn't it?
It is wonderful.
I love it. I mean, it's what they call, isn't it, a super complicated. And it really is, because it does everything. Day, date, year, month. It's a stopwatch. It even gives you the moon phase.
I mean, the scary thing is if something went wrong on it.
They're very expensive to maintain. It's like having a Lamborghini. But if you're a watch collector, a serious one, and you don't have one of these, if you really want to be seen as a serious watch collector, you need one. Yeah. But the thing is, David, if you use them, I've had it since 2021, and it runs well. I mean, my phone, your phone is more reliable, than a brand new Rolex or one of these. And it was serviced when 2015, I think. Keep on top of them and wear it a lot, and it's fine.
And there should be one.
I agree.
It should be one.
Yeah, I know.
It's a fabulous thing. I mean, it's a serious amount of money. New one of those. Close
to £40,000 for one of these. Now, I was filming with my mate Jonathan Scatchard, and he had one of these. So, actually, I'll put a link in the description of this video to 2 other videos featuring this watch. One when I bought it, and I drove down to see Robert Looms, this fella here, who was a great guy. So there's a very interesting video actually interviewing him. Do you remember Looms?
I do, yeah. Oh, Brian Looms,
The clock man?
Yeah.
So Brian Looms was a famous clock guy, wrote books. Robert is the son of, very interesting guy, makes his own watches. I took it to him, and you'll see the video if you're interested. And he told me what he did to it. He stripped it, rebuilt it. What does he say? Strip, overhaul,
clean,
and rebuild. I think it's about 1,700 quid. The last owner paid him. So there's a video there. And then there's another video, which I'll put a link in, where Jonathan Scatchard and I are talking about his Da Vinci, which I think was close to 15 grand.
Yeah.
And he sold it soon after the video. And at the time, I wasn't selling mine. Now I am selling mine. And you're the man to sell it, David.
Let's hope so.
Have you had one before?
I've not.
No. No. I haven't seen another since I owned it.
It is fab. It's wonderful.
Now, the Da Vinci, super complicated, was introduced in, I think, 1985. You watch experts out there they'll be putting me right. Come and have a actually close look at this watch, camera operator, while we talk about it. 1985, this model was introduced, and this one dates, I believe, from my research, to about 1995. Okay. So it's knocking on the door of 30 years. So it's a proper vintage, classic thing, isn't it? Yeah. And people will be saying now, well, why are you selling it then if you love it so much? I need another classic car, David. I'm buying a serious E-Type Jaguar, and I need to pay cash for it. So I'm just selling a few little bits and bobs, and I want to own this car.
Isn't the upkeep of a watch cheaper than a car?
Yes.
And easier to store?
It's very true. But watches and classic cars, to me, are almost the same. Yeah. They're just things of beauty.
People collect them, people collect both.
Totally.
The areas cross over, really.
They do, they do go hand in hand, don't they?
Absolutely.
Well, Jonathan and I have talked about this because he's at Beaucliffe Hall, just down the road there, and there's a drivers club. And it's always the same. Guys that are seriously into cars are always seriously into watches. It's a funny thing, isn't it?
No, they do come hand in hand, I agree.
But it would suit you. Why don't you buy it?
I haven't the money. Us auctioneers make very little.
Oh, don't believe a word of it. Don't believe
very difficult markers.
Now, I think I'm going to be just very straight with everybody because I've sent you the copy of the invoice. So my invoice for this watch stands me at 6,500.
Yeah.
We've got that. If you're interested, David can send you that, or I'll send you it. Get in touch with Either one of us. I won't put it in the video. There's no point because it shows too much information there. But 40 grand new.
Yeah. Yeah.
Rarer than a Rolex Daytona. What?
And better, quite frankly.
Well, I agree.
I mean, I'd like it in at 5 to 7 as well.
5 to 7, yeah. Yeah.
I think it's a hell of a watch for £5 grand.
Yeah, I'd like it to make a bit more. But you and I know that estimating is
so important,
key.
Getting that balance right.
It's funny because we had a big hit recently, didn't we, with the Siam thing, 1,000 to 1,500. It makes 16 grand plus commission. And I've had a number of people saying, well, why didn't you estimate it higher? Well, because one, there was only one record previously, wasn't there? We couldn't, and wasn't that a fluke? And two, we know if you put big estimates on stuff, forget it. You kill it dead.
More often than not, you just got to put some faith in market value.
Yes.
And good things, the market generally gets it right and it decides.
It does. Market, you're right, and marketing.
Yeah.
You know, you've got your watch guys, I've got my watch guys. Hopefully they'll watch this video, they'll see the thing, and they can then buy, well, with confidence, genuinely with confidence. Now, it's working, it's running, but again, your mobile phone is going to be more reliable, so don't be buying this and expecting it to keep absolutely perfect time, because they won't, David.
No, I mean, but isn't that part of it?
No, it's like buying a classic car, a 67 E-Type, and thinking it's going to run as well as a brand new VW Golf. It isn't. Yeah. But it doesn't matter.
It's just a wonderful piece of engineering.
That's what it looks like on you.
Yeah, well.
It's so you, this. This is so you. David, you know if you buy this, you've made it.
Yeah, it's lovely, isn't it?
I think we've got
it's very me.
It's very you.
It is. Me.
It's very you. 18 carats, you can feel the weight. Isn't it a nice weight?
Yes, gorgeous.
It's funny when you wear that, I've worn it out somewhere, and you take it off, and the following morning, your wrist feels light because you've been lugging that around, but it's a nice feeling.
Yeah.
Now, two straps, David, you will have noticed. Generic brown leather.
I recognise the brush strokes.
Do you recognise the artist?
I do.
Do you know him well?
I know him very well.
He does know him
Familiar with his work. I have one of his paintings at home.
Of course you do. Anyone with style and panache like you has one of my paintings. Well, I wore this for an art exhibition that I did in London with some very interesting people, and so I painted one of these. Is it Hirsch? Yeah, good straps. Yeah. One of my art straps, and I sold a number of these art straps painted on commission for 180 quid each.
Wow.
There you go.
It's good business.
It is a good business. Jonathan Scotchgard has one. He has a lovely panorama with one of these. So I'm going to include that because that's the kind of guy I am.
Very generous. Somebody would be delighted with those.
Well, there you go. So they can wear, if they're going to go somewhere special. Now don't be stealing that.
Lovely.
Okay, are we going to agree 5 to 7?
I think let's agree 5 to 7. Let's put a fixed reserve of 5.
Fixed reserve 5. I'll keep it if it doesn't make 5. Yeah. And hope it makes.
It's the right time of year. We've got some of the nice watches in the sale.
Okay.
So it's got some good company.
Jolly good, and I'll come here and watch the sale.
Yeah.
How's that?
Excellent.
Good.